Hey guys, Rebecca Diazevedo here, going live inside the art of building a successful massage practice. I am actually nervous to do this Facebook Live, and here's why. What I'm going to tell you might seem so crazy to some of you that you won't believe me. You won't believe how what I'm about to tell you is true. So I'm actually going to prove it to you mathematically. And I know that the number one fear when I'm telling people they need to raise their rates is I'm going to lose all my clients. I can't raise my rates. I'll lose all my clients. So I want to hear from, if you guys are watching live, first of all, say hi in the comments below. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? And if you're watching the replay, make sure that you hit hashtag replay. I'm hearing like an echo in my office right now. Hopefully that won't bother you guys. Probably a little too close to the walls. Okay, so truly, listen, I have coached hundreds of massage therapists to make either tiny shifts or quantum leaps, whatever's required, so that they get the success that they've always dreamed of in their private practices. And the biggest fear, the by far number one fear that comes up when I tell people what they need to actually be charging in order to make all their dreams come true, is this fear that they're going to lose all their clients if they raise their rates. So some really cool things have happened inside of my program with my coaching clients that are students in Rock Your Massage Practice Academy. And the research is actually in, okay? I mean, I use the term research very loosely here. It's not like we're doing research, but the data, the feedback that we're getting is super cool. So let me share this with you. This is a story. This is a client of mine, Christine, that I've been talking about for a while. I have a couple Christines in my tribe and actually they're all amazing. But this particular Christine lives in the central United States. And when she came to me about a year ago, less than a year ago, she was charging about $60, $65 an hour. Now, just for context, you guys, if you have my Know Your Numbers training, I've proven how if you're charging less than 75, maybe even 85 an hour, you're barely making more than you would at a franchise. You cannot be thriving in life if you're charging 65, 75, even 85 an hour. Regardless, I was charging 65 an hour like 20 years ago when I lived in Northern Virginia. So the fact that Christine comes to me and she says, I'm fully booked out for like 6 weeks. I'm exhausted. I'm burning out. I'm working so hard. I'm barely making any money. I looked at, well, of course, the problem is that you're charging too low. So guys, the problem that you have is when you charge too low, you'll be fully booked out. Of course you will. But you'll be working your butt off for way too little money. So through the process that I utilize with my clients, we go through and help her to figure out exactly what she needs to be charging in order to reach her goals and live the life that she wants to live instead of just barely getting by, right? So check this out. In July of 2021, Christine had 56 appointments. Not bad. That's about 15, that's about 18, 20 a week. And she grossed $3,670 working full time. Okay, $3,670. She just posted that in July of 2022, she saw 68 clients, not many more, 3 more clients, and grossed $11,038. So 1 year ago, with basically the same amount of clients, she made $3,670. And a year later, she's made $11,000 in 1 month. So she's basically made in 1 month what used to take her 4 to 6 months to bring in. Tell me that's not life-changing. If you tripled your income, how would that change your life? I want to know, because this is pretty rad. Here's what happened with Christine. She doubled her rates essentially, not quite. She went from 65, because 65 is utterly unsustainable to get where you want to go. She doubled, I think it was like 117, 112, pretty close to doubled her rates. And the next week she comes to our coaching calls in the program. She says, oh my gosh, all my clients are dropping like flies. And I said, that's good. Just hang on, that's good. And she's panicking. Rebecca, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, people aren't rebooking. And I said, of course they're not. If you were buying fuel, if you were buying gas for your car at a gas station down the road that charged 10 cents a gallon, you'd buy your gas there all the time. What if they charged 10 cents a gallon for the last 20 years? And then all of a sudden they realized, wow, this isn't sustainable. And they raised their rates to $5 a gallon. You'd lose all your customers too. Does that make sense? So staying in a crappy situation and undercharging is no reason to not raise your rates. You have to raise your rates if you want to get where you want to go. Mathematically, it's proven. You can't, right? If Christine wants to make 6 figures a year, she can't do that charging $65 an hour. It's mathematically impossible. Okay, so she comes to another coaching call and still panicking. And I said, all right, Christine, here's the deal. I ran some numbers and I told her, you can actually afford to lose 31 clients a month. You can afford to lose nearly half of your clientele. Nearly half, you guys. You can actually afford to lose, in her situation, half your clientele. Because if all she was making was $36.70 off of 56 appointments, if she raises her rates to $117, the math works out the same. If she does 31 clients. So in other words, all she needs is 31 clients and she'll at least be making the same amount that she was making before she raised her rates, working literally half the time. Tell me how that's a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. So slowly, I said, all right, so what's your goal here, right? She says, okay, I've got to get back to seeing 10 clients a week, 8 clients a week, something like that. I said, that's totally fine. It's totally doable. So she got going. She executed all the strategies that we teach her and got her head set right. Instead of living in fear, she realized, holy crap, it's actually good. I want to lose all these clients that are bottom feeders, just coming to her because she's a great deal. She's a very gifted healer too. So they were really getting a great deal. So what's cool is now she's right back up. Less than a year later, because I know she's had really awesome results in building her practice, but less than a year later, she was back up to seeing 40, 50 something clients a month and making way more money. So here's the thing. I've also had another client currently in my program who raised her rates by quite a bit and lost all of her clients. But in less than 8 weeks, she's now booked 3 weeks out with the best clients on the planet and making way more money than she ever thought possible. So I really want to, and I don't know, guys, I'm just really super chill today. I'm not all talking a million miles an hour and being all excited and animated in front of the camera like I normally am, because I don't know, I'm just having a chill day. But I can't overemphasize this enough. It is crazy to be afraid to lose clients. You want to lose clients. You actually want to offload the dead weight in your practice that's holding you back from making the kind of money that you need to make. Most people, when they come to me, they need to make more money. It's not like, oh, it's cool, I'm already making $125,000 a year, let's get to 140. Usually when people find their way to me and are looking for coaching, they're usually not making all the money that they want to make. So this is a crucial step in your practice. And I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Is this backwards? Does this make sense to you? Because the numbers don't lie. The math doesn't lie. So all I did was take Christine's 3,670 that she's used to making per month, and I divided her new rate, 117, into that, and that means she needs 31 appointments, and she'll at least be making the same amount of money. It's amazing. Do the math yourself, and you can take a look and see. All right, so here's how you do it. Let me walk you through it. You write down the amount that you're making and what you're charging per hour, per session, okay? What are you currently bringing in with the number of appointments you're doing, and what are you charging per session? All right, then let's say you want to raise your rates. So then work the math forward the same way. So let's say you want to let's say you're like Christine and you're totally undercharging and you're charging $65 per session and you want to raise it to $117. Okay, that's a huge difference, right? So then you take $117 and you multiply that by the same number of clients that you normally see. So let's say that's 56 appointments, okay? So then you get that number like Christine did. That's 11,038. Well, it's close to that. I think she's doing some 90-minute appointments in there because her average session rate was more like 165, something 150, something like that. And and then you just take your new rate, your new proposed rate, and you divide it into the amount you're usually making. And that will tell you how many sessions that you need to do in order to make the same amount. And therefore, you just subtract that number from the regular amount of clients that you're seeing, and that'll tell you how many clients you can afford to lose. Most of you can actually afford to lose half of your clients, if not more. And that's good. Because if you're at least making the same amount of money, working half the time, I don't think that that's a problem. And it frees you up to see the best clients, the most awesome clients who truly value you because of you, not because of your cheapness, who truly honor you and respect your time, honor your policies, are coming to you because you are a well-respected, niche defined practitioner in your area. I think that's pretty exciting. So my challenge to you is to rip the Band-Aid off and raise your damn rates. And tell me how many clients you lose. And tell me how that's a bad thing. Okay? And funny thing, another story I was talking about Christine. She had a client that hemmed and hawed about her rate increase. It was like, oh, I can't afford that. Oh, goodness gracious, that's so much money. Like, went on and on about how now I can't afford to see you. Christine said, that's fine. I totally understand. And thank you so much for being an amazing client all these years. I hope you find a practitioner that's a good fit for you in all ways. Totally willing to let that client go because there'll be plenty more clients for Christine. Funny thing is, about 90 days later, the client came back and paid her new rate. So clients kind of lie to you when they're saying, oh, I can't afford it. They can afford whatever's important to them. The committed always find a way. I bet what this client did was go out there and get some subpar body work and realize, holy cow, this woman is a very gifted body worker, very gifted healer, and she's probably worth every penny. And she came right back, and turns out she could actually pay her rates. And she did, and now she's back on the books paying literally double what she used to pay and not complaining about it at all. So talk to me about that. Some of you, that's gonna blow your minds open. Some of you, I also hope, that will encourage and empower you to take the actions that you need to take in order to take control of your business and have your business fund your dreams like it's supposed to. And some of you also might have an reaction to that. You might feel like sick about that. You might feel like, holy cow, have I been wasting that much time and that much money? Because here's the truth, you guys. Not raising her rates cost her well over $7,000 a month. About $7,000 a month. That's a huge, significant difference. She's well on her way to hitting six figures where she never had the opportunity to do that before. So your fear is costing you thousands of dollars. Your ignorance is costing you. And I don't mean that in a judgmental way. I just mean like it's very ignorant to think that it's bad to lose clients. All right. So I hope that I hope that that's given you some things to think about. And we can talk a little bit more about that, just depending on whatever comments you guys have. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Drop your comments below, any questions that you have for me, any yeah buts, what ifs, and all of that stuff. And I'm happy to expand on that. By the way, I should tell you, we are offering, you'll see this posted here shortly. Once again, I'm offering my Mapping Out Your Six-Figure Massage Practice free workshop. We're doing a little bit differently this time. We're going to send you out 4 trainings the day before. They're 4 recorded modules that you're going to go through. And then the evening, so we're giving you more than 24 hours to watch these trainings. And then we're going to have a live Q&A session on a Wednesday, Thursday night in August. I don't know what the dates are, and I can't look on my calendar right now. But those are always eye-opening, life-changing, empowering events. And I really, really hope that you are on my mailing list, and I hope that you are going to join me for that, whether you've done it before or 3 times before or 4 times before, or you've never done it before. I'm going to deliver some really powerful lessons and insights that will help you to move forward in your practice. It's very, very important. Okay. All right, guys. So keep an eye on that. I'll send you some updates right here in this group, and we'll see you next time. Bye.